First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT, postwrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcast app you found us.
And twitch.tv/upnextpodcast. Hello, Twitch Room.
Hello. Yeah, we're Twitchers, we're streamers, we're podcasters.
It's just hashtag Twitch streamer.
Oh yeah?
I tried it this week.
Hashtag Patreon creator.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Should I have done that one?
Hashtag podcasters. Yeah. We are up next. We are Braden and Davie, the BDE. We are your NXT friends. And we'll always be your friends, no matter black and yellow, gold and black, all the colors of the rainbow.
I love all colors.
We'll still be your friends.
We'll be your friends.
We'll still be your NXT friends. Never forget.
Man, people are mad.
Holy. It does look like AEW. It instantly reminds me of their open.
They're like powder, smoke, fluorescent.
So I was like, okay, I totally see where people are coming from, because that's the first thing. I was like, oh, okay. But colors are cool. I like colors.
Colors are cool, and it's a logo.
Yeah, the logo's a little weird, but it's a logo. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, colors. Who would have thought? Colors.
You would. Knowing wrestling fans, you would.
People get so angry over every little thing in the world of wrestling. This is true. Yeah, we're going to be talking about some NXT tonight. It was a taped edition.
Yes.
Featuring
the final one of this.
Is it?
This NXT before they rebrand next week.
Is it next week?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the one in 2 weeks with the wedding. But
I think this was the end of the tape one, and I believe they're setting up the Performance Center and all that differently for this. So I believe it's next week.
Yeah, I know the wedding is live.
The wedding's live, yeah.
So
and I think
weeks.
next week's live as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, so people in the chat saying the next one's taped too.
There's one more taped one?
Yeah. So more fake crowd noises.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're introduced to fake crowd noises.
That was weird tonight.
Over the top. Of course, we've had it before, but yeah.
We know the size.
Yeah.
We know what it sounds like. It would really... And then you don't trust what is authentic and what's an authentic crowd reaction and what's just piped in. We got away from that. We've had that the last 18 months.
Yeah.
It's we're good. Just let crowds. It doesn't have to be a big crowd. It can be a taped crowd. You don't have to sweeten it.
Yeah, it's weird when they go over the top. It's like when they think there's no noise that they boost it more, and it just makes it more awkward when they're... Yeah, it's very weird, because usually that's on the Raw and stuff that they were doing that. But yeah, they're very apparent on this.
Raw, it's not, it's obvious, but it's also... You see there's a lot of people there. They're in a big arena. This is a couple of hundred, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're getting... Yeah. It's they were going mental
Imperium.
about Imperium.
Imperium
they were
are the hottest act.
So mad about Imperium.
Imagine they saw Tyler Russ.
This is heat right here. Oh.
They would have lost their goddamn mind. Yeah, definitely. The CWC.
Yeah, it was very odd, and very noticeable.
But there's a lot going on in wrestling this week. We got, obviously, we're going to do BD Elite tomorrow night covering AEW Dynamite. But then Thursday, you're going to All Out. You're going to Chicago.
I am. Yeah, I got my my COVID test today.
Yeah.
In order to go.
Right.
I went this morning. I was close actually, because I went this morning. I looked on the website and I couldn't see anything about booking, so I assumed it's just walk in.
Yeah.
So I walked in this morning, and they were like, "Oh no, you need to make an appointment. Only appointments are after 2, and the only slot I could get was 5:20, and I finished work. I technically finished work at 5, but you're working at a bar, so you've got to close out tables and stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe the person coming after you is going to be late. So my appointment was 5:20, and sometimes I don't get out till 5:30. So I hustled to get out there today.
Well, you're negative.
Power walked over there. Eventually got the test. There was a bit of a wait. Tickled. It wasn't as bad as the first one. They didn't go as far up with this.
Yeah, they've advanced it now.
They did both nostrils this time.
Okay, yeah.
And he did the first one 15 seconds in English, and then the second one 15 seconds in Swedish.
What?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, I'm being serious.
Oh.
And he said, so it'll be 15 minutes for your results, and if it doesn't go your way, a negative test is $500.
Nice, yeah. So you got a negative test.
So
and you're out $500.
I'm gonna be struggling with rent tomorrow, but
I mean, you gotta save your money because you gotta buy a ticket for All Out, because ever since they announced that one thing that's gotten those ticket numbers up, I mean, you put Big Show versus QT Marshall
100%.
on a card, it's gonna definitely. But we'll definitely be talking more about that tomorrow on BD Elite. We'll definitely be chatting all about some Dynamite things, and then your trip over there. I will say, I'm going to be, since you're gone, I'm going to be doing a watch along for All Out at home. I think Jessi from the Six is going to come over, but me and Dickie Bird are going to go live. So watch All Out with us. If you can't go to the the Now Center,
the Now Arena,
the Now Arena, and on top of that, I reached out to another member of the Post Universe. Since I'm down a man, I reached out to Andrew Thompson, who says he will join me for an all-out post show, and I'll put it on the free feed. So it'll be on this Sunday night.
Sunday night. Oh,
yeah, look for that. Have
you done a show with Andrew, just the two?
I feel like we've had. I don't know. I feel like maybe I have. I feel like I had him on maybe before. But I feel like we've done a million games and all those things, so it adds up. But maybe I'll convince him to join us. Maybe if we can stay online. I know Dickie Bird's going to be helping us out with Twitch since you're going to be gone. So maybe I'll convince Andrew to maybe do a stream or something.
Yeah,
but
that'd be cool.
I know guys are going to be checking out John Aways, but
I'll try and call in for the watch along.
Call in from the show.
Call in from All In.
I don't know. This reminds me of the old days, even before we did podcasting, like when you were messaging me from traveling to events, and you were like, yo, I'm going to the washroom, I'm waiting for a hot dog. And then I'm like, yo, Undisputed Era just debuted right now. And you missed it. You're like, wait, why did they come out? I'm like, because never mind. Yeah.
You're like Bobby Fish, Kylo Ren.
You're going to go to the washroom, and Daniel Bryan's going to come out.
Well, when I was at one of the Brooklyn shows, I remember going, Braden, I called you from my seat and was like, Braden, I'm going to get this whole section to chant AOP. We're going to chant for the Authors of Pain.
Oh, God.
And I started AOP, AOP. Lads behind me joined in. The whole section were chanting AOP. So we got to get those QT Marshall chants going. If you're going to All Out, you're a cutie.
You're a cutie is definitely what you got to do. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, that's going to be wild. The best was when you went and... I was watching, I don't remember what show, but I was watching at Pollock's house probably, because you were texting me.
Oh, right.
And I said, Davie's at the show, and he says, look out during Kyrie's entrance. And I said it out loud, like read your text. And then we're all like, huh. And then we look at the screen, Kyrie's in, she comes out, and then we just see you at the first, like right on the ramp, like, and you go give her an ahoy, and then you disappear. And we're like, did we just, like, what did we just watch?
Because I was like 5 seats in from the ramp.
Yeah.
So I said, like to the guys, hey, I'm not going to come up at all, but can I be there for Kyrie's entrance? And they were like, do whatever, mate. I'm like, okay.
Who's Kyrie Zane?
Who's Kyrie Zane? I don't know. My kid brought me here. Wrestling's fake.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to going to traveling, first of all, to something, right? Like.
Yeah.
Well, you're turning...
like CM Punk appearing on Rampage, I'll believe it once I'm there.
That's fair.
Still, there's a lot of stuff to go through, like all the tests and things, and haven't traveled for so long. Used to travel all the time.
Yeah.
It does feel weird. News is like it's getting a little worse since I booked, but also it's the mouse mandates in effect over there. Like, I think it will be good. I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
I need a break. I do need to get out of the city.
Yeah, so you're gonna go to Chicago.
Gonna go to see not going to see Chicago. I've seen it a few times. Gonna go to Chicago, have some deep dish, see BDE champion Fire Frank.
Oh right, yeah.
Mr. Turning heel shot in the dark, John Siino.
Make sure you hit them both in the balls at the same time, right? When you go to fake hug them out, and then just tap them in the nuts. Yeah, do it for me. Don't know what it means.
I'll get MJ, who's also going to film it. It can be me laying down the challenge.
MJ wants me to give you my Kenny Omega towel still in the package so that he can get it hand delivered, knowing it's safely in his hands. But that means I need a briefcase with a handcuff attached to the wrist of all the cash he's going to have to put in it. That's going to pry it from my dead cold hands. Yeah, that original Kenny Cleaner thing. I think I should sell it to him. I think I should give it to him.
I think it would be the right thing.
All right. I don't know. The offers were flying in, just like that I Was There CM Punk shirts. It's a wild week for Chicago. They got All Out, and they got Kanye West Donda. Chicago's just having a...
People seem a bit mad about that.
It's divided the people.
Okay.
More so than this pandemic has.
Because I've mainly seen negative.
You've only seen negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Kanye is like the GOAT, but he definitely has kind of made some strange choices, I think. And I'm like I always try to look away from his personal things and just look maybe more so at the art. But some of his things that he has said in the past like year or so, definitely as a fan and as just like a human, make me go, that's questionable. And when it comes to the music, he's still one of the best. Just it wasn't exactly what I expected. I know that you're not too into like the music scene, but it definitely was dividing the people. Like every group chat or chats with friends about music and stuff got like heated.
Right.
But we're in Toronto, so we have to automatically support September 3rd, which is your birthday.
Oh yeah.
And Drake's celebrating by releasing Certified Lover Boy. He named it after
Especially
you.
for me?
Yeah, on your birthday.
Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's coming out.
Damn.
Yeah,
I won't be here.
You can listen to it.
How?
On the plane. I don't know.
They have Drake in America?
Yeah, would you
I
believe
thought it
it?
was just a Canada thing, just a Toronto thing.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's huge.
What?
Over there.
Drake?
Have you heard of him?
that little kid from Degrassi?
Yeah, have you heard of him? That up and comer. So he's celebrating your birthday on September 3rd with Certified Lover Boy. So we got to support the Toronto. It's a Chicago-Toronto war. Right. I want Kanye to show up at All Out.
Do you think he will?
It's either him.
Everyone's expecting Daniel Bryan's final
Kanye.
countdown hits, and it's Kanye.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah,
I would. But you know,
be very odd.
well, the feud right now is Kanye Drake.
Okay.
Well, it's been that, but now
you're saying it could be Kanye Kenny.
I don't know who would win in
I feel they're both on different planets.
I don't know, but yeah, different aliens from different planets.
They're not on the same planet.
No.
As us or each other.
No. They're from different, completely entities. But who would win if you had an all elite match between Drake and Kanye in like an actual fight? You don't know much about them, but you know, looking at them, like who do you think? Kanye's a little.
Kenny would.
No. Drake and Kanye West.
Oh, Drake and Kanye. I'm doing Kenny.
Yeah, you just really want Kenny to V-trigger both of them.
Drake and Kanye.
Drake is
I can't imagine either like fighting.
Drake though in the past, like I feel like he's still a lot younger than Kanye, and I think he's like more in shape, whereas Kanye like a little older. True. Like yeah, but I don't know.
You think Drake?
Yeah. There'd have to be gimmicks involved. Like Kanye would use like production stuff. He'd have Jesus interfere.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Drake would have his mom interfere. And Rihanna somehow involved. Yeah, that's been the beef, but
okay.
I hope
they work it out.
Yeah.
I hope they're friends again.
maybe it's a work.
Sad. I don't like it. I don't like it when people don't like each other.
But Jay and Kanye are okay now, so it's all right.
Jay
Jay-Z.
from work?
You're Jay?
My friend Jay from work.
And I know that it's September 3rd, your birthday, which means is that when All Out is on the 3rd? No.
It's on the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Friday is the 3rd.
Friday's the 3rd.
Okay.
Good day to have a birthday.
On a Friday, yeah. So you going to Rampage?
No.
So it's the beginning of the month, which means we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Best time to become a patron.
Yeah, because we got a lot of shows lined up.
Oh yeah.
Coming out September. The September schedule is dropping. If you've not given us a shot, now's your time. $5 North American tier. Sign up now. You get access to all the shows coming out, plus 350 plus podcasts, best match ever, the retro NXT reviews, all that stuff.
All our back catalogue for just $5.
But
what?
This month,
What?
we're doing the most anticipated show.
Oh.
One of them, not Loch Ness. That's in November.
That's in November.
Yeah. We're going to be doing Summer of Punk.
Yes.
Now, hold on. There's friends of the show, Grapple. I reached out to them, but they already had it lined up. And Benno's the punk expert. And he said, we're already doing our show. I said, okay. we can't get the true Summer of Punk expert Benno on, then we'll do the next best thing. And we'll do the real Summer of Punk.
Yes. We're talking about the WWE 2011 Summer of Punk.
But go check out Grapple Spotlight, and those guys
Absolutely.
are great. Shout out Benno and the boys.
Maybe we can do it ourselves in a year or so.
Well, no, in like 10 years, we'll all get together and do this Summer of Punk.
Right.
That's happening now.
Yeah,
in 21.
True.
Yeah.
True.
We just booked it.
Then
we'll
we'll
play
do
this
like
clip.
best punk ever, and we'll compare all three
Oh!
Summer of Punks.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to be doing the we did best match ever Daniel Bryan, meaning not Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
So how fitting is it that we did
It does
the Summer
kind of
Punk?
feel like a companion piece.
We're actually recording this tomorrow, so
Yeah.
it'll be out this weekend in honor of him returning at All Out. But we're going to be talking all about the pipe bomb. We're going to be talking about the Cena matches, meaning the SummerSlam one, the Money in the Bank, all in between. Kevin Nash.
So I wasn't actually properly watching at this time, and this is the thing that confuses me the most when I hear back to this. I'm like, wait, and then Kevin Nash came out?
Yeah, dude.
What happened? I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
We're going to be talking all about that. Another show that's coming out this week because of your birthday. When it was my birthday, I got to pick a movie, and I made you watch Point Break because it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Then you have now made me watch one of your favorite movies, and we reviewed it. We reviewed it today. We recorded it today. It's going to come out. Whiplash
from 2014.
J. Jonah
Jameson winning the Oscar for
Yeah.
Best Supporting Actor for this film.
J.K. Simmons.
It's an awesome film. It's one of my favorites. There's a lot to discuss about it, from the the film itself to jazz to kind of moral issues on how far can you push an artist and that kind of thing. It's a really interesting chat. I'm glad you got to watch it.
Yeah, and the drum solos and the jazz music.
yeah.
And it was a riot. So that's coming out this weekend. I know that's for this week, and then that All Out show. But I know the September schedule.
Yeah, let's have a little look through the rest of it. As always, we have some episodes of Was Next, where we're looking at currently May 2013 and everything that's going on in NXT around that time. Biggie Langston is the champion.
Still champ. Oh, we have new tag champs. The Wyatts just won.
The Wyatts
Luke
just
Harper.
won where we are, yeah. And also, going back even further in time, we're going back to the future, part 2.
Holy
Actually, that's
shit.
in the... No, that is the future, isn't it? No, that's back to the first one.
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah.
No, they go to 2015.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Back to the Future Part 2 as a part of Up Yours, world champion Chris Price, who picked Part 1 last year. He'll be back with us talking all about Back to the Future.
Arguably the best No, that's a discussion for the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. But I know a lot of ears just perked up because we got a lot of great reviews when we did the first one. So I've actually been really waiting.
It's been a while since I've watched this, so I'm kind of looking forward to it.
I don't watch it with me because you'll be so annoying. I'll quote every fucking line. You don't want to watch either of these movies with me.
A few other things coming up this month. Heavyweights with world champion Maddie B.
Another great pick.
Which I don't really know much about at all.
It's like a Disney 90s movie about like a fat camp, but like just great. Just funny stuff.
And it's not only my birthday next month, but it's also AA Arn Anderson's birthday. So we thought, in honor of his birthday on September 20th, we will look at Arn and Tully, the Brainbusters, in a best match ever.
That's right.
We've never done a tag team best match ever.
No.
And these are two guys I always hear about how good they were, but I can't say I've really watched anything.
He got kicked in the head a few times in the past month or so and last week.
I mean, it was basically, he blocked that black mass,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
He's the GOAT.
I'm in on
He's
this
the GOAT.
guy. Who is this
No
guy?
one ever blocked him
I need
before.
to learn more about this guy.
So we're going to be doing the best match ever, Arn and Tully, which will be great. So that'll be coming out for Arn's birthday. I know we're also, there's an Extreme Rules that's coming out in WWE, so we thought we'd go back and look at ECW One Night Stand 2006.
That's the second one, right?
Yeah. John Cena, RVD.
RVD.
Yeah, some ECW stuff there.
I've never seen this whole pay-per-view.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I've seen the main event.
Pretty sure like Rey Mysterio, what does he die? He gets his DDT or something.
Dies?
Yeah, something. Almost. Not like.
Wow, those stem cells.
no.
Die?
They really fixed them up. Those are all a bunch of shows, and then of course more was next, the Retro NXT, and then.
And at the end of the month, we're going to be looking at the Stardom 5-Star Grand Prix.
Ooh,
which I've not been following, so we'll be needing to catch up and seeing the best matches from this year's tournament.
Yeah, so we got a big mix of wrestling and some movies coming up here on the Patreon. So only $5, patreon.com/upnext. And you get all these things. You get access to all the past shows and everything. But if you're crazy and want to be a world champ, $25 a month. You get all those shows, everything. You get Behind the BDE, where we talk mad reckless. And you get to pick stuff and then join us for some future shows.
Yeah.
So all that stuff.
Always love the picks.
Yeah.
They're quite out there, some of them.
We love the picks, and we are proudly supported by Patreon. So thank you, everyone, for supporting. And hey, even if you just listen to this show, we love you too.
Yes.
We do. We do. Just make sure you follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, well, otherwise we don't love you.
No.
And leave a review, otherwise we don't love you. A good review.
Yeah, definitely. So those are all the stuff we have coming up. Of course, we'll be going live for BD Elite tomorrow as well. So many podcasts, so many shows. I went to the movies this week, actually, before NXT. I saw the new Candyman.
Oh, okay.
I was a big fan of the old one,
right?
The 1992. So I rewatched it this week and then went to watch it. Jordan Peele produced.
Okay.
And I'm blanking. Nia DaCosta, I think, is the director, and it's the first movie to go #1 with a black female director. Which I didn't. I was like, I didn't even realize. Like I thought Jordan Peele had directed it when I watched it. It is awesome. It was really good. I know Siino, one of our friends who does Heels, which you should listen to, covering all about Heels. He was like, it didn't do justice to the original.
I've not seen the original.
But I'm like, the effects you can do now in horror can be used like really good or really bad, and I thought like they did a pretty good job. It looked really good. Yeah, I actually kind of got into it. I thought it was really good. And then I watched something that was really scary. It was terrifying, and it was Nia Jax versus Charlotte Flair from Monday Night Raw. Holy shit! Don't say that 5 times in the mirror. Yeah. Stan Hansen over there.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to prove that this is fake, because when it came to a real fight, they had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah. Very, very strange.
Weird.
I only...
That's all I know that happened from Raw last night.
Well, Karrion Kross is a samurai.
He's a samurai now.
I think.
He's trying some things.
Did he? What's the update on the feud with Jeff Hardy?
Him and he's just going through something.
Oh, man. Yeah. Someone's reminding me, Jake's reminding me in the Twitch chat, thank you, that I'm going to be guest starring on the wellness policy with Wei Ting and Jordan Goodman.
I'm looking forward to listening to this one.
I don't even know
I'm a bit gutted.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be on this one, but I'll be traveling then. So, but yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I always love listening to the wellness policy. It's a real... I think post-wrestling up next, it's real community, and it's nice to kind of have a forum like that to talk openly about maybe some struggles or things you want to be helped with, and just outside of wrestling, but a load of people that kind of speak your same language, like wrestling as the common language. It's really cool, and then you're doing this relationship show.
Yeah, so I mean, they asked both of us, but you're going, so I was like, yeah, I'll still do it. I can hold my own, talking about dating and online stuff, and I said sure. I guess they think I'm an expert.
Talk about how you hid from that girl when she just said I'm coming over.
That's like, wow, when was that?
Did you go out the back and get on your bike and ride off?
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, a few times. Yeah, I got some stories. I could share yours.
You do
on that show. I'll say one of yours, but say it's mine. No, I wouldn't do that.
Say my friend Steve.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so listen to that. We'll be talking all about some fun stuff. I believe that's on Thursday. I know at 1. So I'm sure the podcast form will be up after we do the thing, but. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Last thing is, we go off about like the Rock's tequila and like mezcal, but make way, because Bret Hart is making rum.
What kind of rum?
I don't know, but he's got to call it the sharpshooter, right?
Yeah,
the Hitman sharpshooter. You could do the Hitman.
I wouldn't have had him.
Yeah,
I'd have had him as a wine guy, to be honest.
Bret Hart wine.
I want Kevin Nash wine after watching him on the...
Wait, what?
Yeah, after watching him on the...
Weird flex.
Okay, on the Austin podcast, you know, normally they're drinking Broken Skull.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're shooting whiskey.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash, like, turned down the beer and had red wine. Was drinking red wine throughout the whole thing.
Damn.
So I reckon he's got a sophisticated palate. I'd like to try some diesel.
Some diesel wine. That sounds like a whiskey. Some diesel. Some
yeah, Bret Hart and
Jagger.
him should swap.
Well, yeah, Bret's gonna do rum. So I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, I will instantly try it. I'm not gonna think about it though.
Do like a maple spiced rum, Canadian.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. Do that.
You listening, Bret?
Yeah. Where's Bret?
No, you're
Bret.
a big fan of NXT.
I would try that, because think about all the years of people like us when we name drinks after wrestling and stuff like that. We've literally done a sharpshooter, I think, and we've had drinks at bars called sharpshooters and stuff. Like, yeah, why not put your name on?
Yeah,
it's probably barrels of stuff they've had somewhere that is probably decent, and they're like, what can we do with this? Let's put a name on it, and boom.
Now I wonder, like, sharpshooter. That's yeah.
Sharpshooter.
That's not a trademarked word or anything, is it? No.
I don't think so, but I would call that the sharpshooter.
Right.
Although, I like my rum. Definitely like dark rums or golden rums and stuff. It's definitely something I don't usually like to shoot rum. I'll still do it, but nice rum and coke is that's my drink.
Yeah.
So what would the Hitman would be like a cherry coke and rum. But no, you're saying maple in it. Yeah,
I think if it's going to be Canadian, because rum seems a bit like left field.
It is, and it's from Calgary. It's out there, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I do some like maple spiced rum. I think would be good. Yeah,
we're selling. We don't. This isn't a thing yet, guys.
Come in this Christmas.
I mean, we need our. If we
to
were
an LCBO near you,
we need a brewery. I've chatted with some friends about how we need to get like the upNXT, the BDE seltzers.
Yeah.
Like if White Claw's not like PBR's got seltzers now. We need. We need to hit these guys
if
up.
PBR has a seltzer, we need a seltzer.
No, we could promote their seltzer. We need to do our.
I don't want to promote PBR. They didn't even master making beer, and that's what they do.
Their beer
So
is
I'm not
great.
going to trust the seltzers.
I would try. We need to do the seltzer test, but we should get our own seltzers. But yeah.
That's a nice goal.
Get our own seltzers. Yeah.
Do some beers as well.
Could just buy White Claws and put our logo on it, but that would be cheating. So we need someone to like make it for us.
We'd make a nice porter. We'd call it Dave.
The Dave Porter. Yeah. What would mine be?
What would your
The
Hefeweizen? I don't know.
Are you calling that would be the
no,
beer?
I'm just trying to think of something that's like Braden or Herrington. Hefeweizen. I don't know.
The Braden, Brady. Yeah. So it's not coming to me.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I drink seltzers.
Yeah.
I'm over the beer.
Maybe you could have a sour, and it's just like you watching a Nia Jax match. Is the
that'll get me sour. This episode of NXT kind of got me feeling sour.
A little bit, yeah. We're kind of putting off talking about it.
NXT's dead, bro.
No, it's yeah.
It's what?
It felt like it was flatlining a little today. That was good stuff. But like I do think the last few weeks I've actually quite enjoyed, and even the taped episode before this, I didn't really notice it was taped. This week definitely noticed it was taped, and definitely felt a bit flat.
Yeah. It felt like it wasn't hitting as well as... It feels weird. I know this whole talk of NXT is dead has been like the chat as of late, but I'm thinking, when wasn't it like a month, like probably 2 months, I literally was like, oh, this is probably like the best episode of NXT I've seen. It was the main event of Kyle and Cole too, I think. It had one of the ciphers, I think the thing. Like I was just like, oh, so really I jinxed the show.
They're promoting this new NXT quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like all throughout like Raw and even NXT tonight, there's all the commercials for like NXT coming soon. So they're going to be putting stuff behind it. It's just curious to see actually what direction they're going to go.
Yeah, NXT's not dead. We got colors now.
We've got colors now.
Paint.
Yeah.
Okay? Art attack.
This is an art attack?
Yeah, this is an art attack. One last thing is, what were you going to say?
No, I'm laughing at the Twitch chat. Chris Leone saying, everyone is saying NXT is dead, says the guy that says NXT is dead every week.
NXT is alive.
Yeah.
NXT is life, bro. Okay? All right? NXT is great. NXT is fine. You know, though, what else seems to be fine is Adam Cole's teeth. Because his wife, I don't know if you know Britt Baker, she's a dentist.
What?
Yeah.
The wrestler?
Yeah, she's a dentist. And she made sure Adam Cole's teeth are looking good.
Nice.
She posted a photo and, on Twitter and tagged all like these like wrestling website sources and said, "Look, I'm here with his teeth. Good."
Were his teeth not good before?
No, I'm sure. She said they're.
I had to do my teeth.
Yeah. That would be the craziest fanfare thing ever if you got to pay to get. She needs to market that.
Do my root canal.
When she retires one day down the line, that should be her thing. Like, hey, pay this at a fanfare. You need a cap, I'll fix you. Yeah. You pay for it and then get it filmed, photo, stream it.
You need to get a job with benefits.
Yeah. I just keep podcasting.
Yeah. I keep podcasting, brush my teeth, and hope for the best.
Yeah. So maybe we'll talk about Adam Cole tomorrow because maybe he could show up at All Out. He could show up with Buddy Murphy. He could show up with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Do you think someone's? I know this is AEW. Do you think you'll be getting that Daniel Bryan? Do you think it'll be a swerve and get something else?
It sounds like Daniel Bryan's going to be there. Yeah. I think they're worried about
everything.
The Queen show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because things aren't looking so great, you know?
Yeah.
So I think they're like, it would suck if we put off Daniel Bryan when we have him. Sorry, Bryan Danielson. And then have to do it in empty Jacksonville again or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some NXT. WWE NXT from Tuesday, August 31st, 2021. And we start off, they announced this earlier today. Well, or if you read spoilers, but I don't read ahead. Mandy Rose is going to wrestle. That's right. Mandy Rose versus Sarray starting off the match here. So now we know Sarray for kicking people's head off in the ropes here. Mandy starts the match by beating down on Sarray.
Mandy's out there with Gigi Dolan and JC Jane.
Yes, this crew that we've seen them together. Mandy beats down on Sarray and starts doing these like push-ups on her, kind of mocking her, bullying her. Sarray hits this nasty fisherman buster with like a bridge there for a near fall. Mandy comes back with a fall-away slam and then a kip up and then goes for a pin, but Sarray gets out. There's then some slaps from Mandy, which pisses off Sarray, who seems really nice and happy, but we know she will run at you and drop kick you in the face. And that's kind of what happens. Mandy gets the running drop kick. She definitely had her hand up more so than some of the others.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you?
yeah, 100%. But like
you could see her bracing.
Yeah,
like,
she was like,
I'm gonna get my head kicked in.
Like Gigi is standing next to her. Gigi's like, yo,
she ate it.
Yeah, like I literally ate her feet. So watch out. So Mandy was prepared here, but they sell it as if Mandy's face is just beat up and injured. So Gigi and JC grab this towel and like cover Mandy as they start screaming, oh, and they're crying, and then they walk Mandy up the ramp. The ref counts the 10 count. Saray wins by count out.
And she's like, oh, yay, I mean, I won, but...
Yeah.
I haven't seen Mandy Rose wrestle for a while, and I actually didn't think she looked too bad. Some of the moves look pretty cool. I do think there's a little bit kind of in between the moves. There were moments in the match where it just felt like the flow had lost a little. Saray's great, but I felt she was like a step slower than usual today. I don't know what it was. Some of the kicks and stuff just didn't seem as crisp as before. But the match was all right. The end was a bit silly, and a lot of the matches tonight seem to have kind of silly endings. But yeah, do you see Mandy Rose going forward with like a sort of face mask, like dashing Cody Rhodes kind of thing?
Like, why?
Are they going to play up she's smashed her face in, or?
Yeah, I just didn't get it.
I think it's because she's,
Mandy,
very good looking, that it's like you ruined the face kind of thing they're going to do.
I did not like this. This was definitely like instantly put me in it's one of these days. It's going to be one of these episodes. And boy, was I right. But it definitely did not set off any...
But also, there was no real beef between these two. Like, normally the first match of a night, there's some story going into it. It's something like quite hot. There was nothing.
Should've
I
been-
didn't know Mandy Rose was still wrestling.
It should have been GG again. It should have been a rematch. Last time you kicked my face in, now I got back up. I'm going to beat you. And get her face kicked in again.
They should have kind of hyped that Mandy was going to wrestle. Like, implied it llast week or something. Because we've just seen her in this kind of manager role.
Yeah, it was really
a bit weird.
I like the unit, the three. It would make sense if she was their manager. Because I think they're two up-and-coming stars that could be something. But it was a little backwards. It doesn't help Sarray because she's just like, I won this count out. Okay. We go to Tomasso Ciampa, the sit-down promo. He says, you can't win them all, referring to, well, Thatcher losing to Ridge Holland. But any given Sunday, right? As he says. But now he has a problem with these numbers games with Oni, Danny, Ridge, and Pete. And Thatcher's taken out, so it's just him. But he says Ciampa is NXT. And he's going to dedicate the ass whooping tonight to Toothless Tim. And then, of course, there's only one way Ciampa can end a promo, and that's getting up and throwing the chair as he walks off.
He was watching Whiplash, I think.
You know, I always, he's a rusher, that Ciampa. I always say like Cody Rhodes, like literally Cody Rhodes could open a phone book and just read names, and I'd be like, damn, like you got a good promo. I don't know what you're saying. I think Ciampa could just cut a promo, could say blah blah bluey, and then just throw a chair and be like, fuck, that was good.
I feel he hasn't written down any of this. He probably hasn't even planned what he's going to say. They're just like, right, let's go. It just comes very naturally to him. Yeah, I completely agree.
It was good, and I mean that in the best thing. Like I think he really is a good promo. So he's gonna fight Ridge tonight in our main event. This is when we get a little ad of the splash of color, NXT. We see the new logo. We hear this song, which I heard the sample, and hip hop heads will know it's still tipping. But it's Wale sampling this. So it's Wale's doing the new NXT theme. We're moving away from our Slipknot,
from our heavy rock,
metal, loud NXT loud era, Triple H gym playlist era, to more Wale.
It's always kind of been that, hasn't it?
I feel like it. Yeah. No, we've had some hip hop stuff. Maybe not really.
Not for NXT, no.
Yeah, we've had Billie Eilish.
Really?
Yeah, take over New York.
For like, okay,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking more like the actual theme.
Yeah, no,
the noise
true,
of the crowd and all that.
True, yeah. This will be the actual theme,
I assume.
I mean, we do the retro NXT, and we got the old one, Welcome Home.
Dun 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 dun.
That's the best one.
I like the roar of the crowd. The roar of the crowd.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. The song is called Down South by Wale, if anyone's interested. I thought the beat was cool. So we'll be hearing that more so, because this was just like the paint, like pretty much teasing that this new era of NXT will come. What is it? We'll have to see. Yeah. We go to our next match, sort of set up last week with Duke Hudson. Remember when he took Kyle's head and pounded it against the locker? Like it was
quite the brawl.
Saved by the Bell or something here. Kyle O'Reilly versus Duke Hudson. So Duke Hudson, kind of a new guy here in NXT, didn't win that breakout tournament, but he's the Aussie.
Yes.
The mean Aussie. Looks like a movie star.
Yeah, I always think of him as like a contestant on a dating show. Like whenever he does his promos, he's in a nice shirt, he's backstage, and it's like, I'm Duke from Australia, and this is what I do. And like China, even when he wrestles, he kind of looks like, I don't know, I get that.
I'm never not gonna see it now. But
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He looks like
he doesn't look like a wrestler.
Like again, I actually thought this match was probably the best he looked, and I will definitely get into it. And I'm not trying to knock him down, but I mean this in the nicest possible way. But he's Walmart Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I see that.
Like he doesn't look like a wrestler, but then he actually got pretty technical here. So I have to tip my cap to him, because like we both were like, oh, Kyle versus this guy who's a good talker.
Or he's my mate James, who we went to the Euros game with.
Yeah, you have a British friend who looks exactly like and sounds like him.
Yeah.
Sounds like him. Obviously, the English Aussie accent's kind of similar. So, except one country says, hey, mate, and the other says, never mind.
Yeah.
So, Kyle versus Duke both get very technical here. Obviously, Kyle is like the one who goes for the arms and the legs, but Duke is like kind of holding his own, I thought here. That's kind of what I meant.
The bigger of the two.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger, and he hits this running knee to the gut, the kitchen sink. There's then a boot to the face, and he's just beating down on Kyle, going after the injured midsection. Hits this like fireman carry into a gut buster, which looked good, and Kyle's just selling it. And this is when he puts him in a surfboard. And keeps changing, like grabbing the arms and the shoulders and bending them backwards.
Yeah, the two kept on like countering these like backstretch with the surfboard kind of
arm
thing.
trap, surfboard, and there's then a crazy dragon screw from Kyle. But then there's clotheslines from Duke, and then a beautiful belly to belly overhead throw from Duke Hudson. But then it's only a near fall. He's in the rope somehow, and Kyle does another dragon screw, lays him out, hits the flying knee to Duke's knee. And then locks in the knee bar, and Duke Hudson taps out. Kyle O'Reilly beats him.
I thought this was pretty entertaining, actually. I agree with what you said earlier. I think this is the best Duke Hudson's looked. He can definitely do a few of the power moves and kind of outstrength someone. But here I thought he held his own a bit with the technical stuff with Kyle as well. And I like how they like laid out the match with him being the dominant one for most of it, and Kyle just selling those injuries from Takeover. I thought this was pretty decent.
Yeah, I liked the wrestling from both of these guys. Obviously, Kyle. It's weird. They didn't mention anything of Kyle getting his win over Adam Cole. Nothing about that.
It's just like, off his win at Takeover.
He's on a run, this Kyle. Yeah. I don't know where we go with Kyle now. What does Kyle do?
Yeah.
Can't fight Joe just yet. He's got to have a feud with someone. But he's already had
I don't know.
Yeah, he's already had a feud with Pete, so you can't really go to that. But
he's kind of
lost a little bit.
He is a bit lost now, isn't he?
He could team with Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing was he didn't want to be in a team anymore, wasn't it?
Right.
No, but when Bobby came to help him, he was like, "Thanks, but I'm doing my own thing."
He just didn't.
He was like, "No, you're getting released soon."
He's like, I kind of don't agree with some of the things you've been.
I don't know where Kyle goes. I mean, I think eventually, maybe if Cross wasn't called up, that was going to be the plan. Cross and Kyle.
Because I wanted Finn.
Yeah, I mean, Finn's facing Roman now, it seems. Joe is probably going to be doing something with Pete.
I think. I'm not sure.
Like, Pete's kind of flirting with the UK title as well, isn't he? So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think Johnny... Sorry.
Walter.
Yeah, that's what I said. That is, the WrestleMania takeover should be Walter Kyle. And if not, it should be Johnny Kyle. Either of those two are Mania takeover level main event. With a crowd. By Mania time, hopefully. Like, that should be crazy. Whether it's Walter Kyle, whether it's Kyle Gargano. Those are two big matches NXT could deliver on. Because if you do that, you could do Walter Joe as well. But something down the line. But yeah, Kyle's wins here, but it's kind of like, okay, where do we go from here? It's kind of like, okay, cool. They didn't say anything. It's just like, all right, got a W. We get Dragunov, who's coming down to the ring, looking fresh with his turtleneck. His watch.
He's limping down.
Oh yeah, he's got his face is
still
busted.
Got like half his head caved in.
Yeah, damn, he's limping down to the ring, but he looks fresh. The crowd chants, "You deserve it." He's beat up. He says, "Before I go back home, I wanted you to see that I'm still alive, and I'm more alive than I've ever felt before. I survived the biggest battle of my life, and I like it. And you will soon see me again." And something about passion and the soul and the struggle. And I'm willing to see who is willing to go through all of that to take this. And long live the Tsar.
Yeah, the ring general has fallen. I really like his promos. They're very theatrical. It feels like he's in some like Shakespeare play doing a big speech. But it works for him, and I think with his accent as well, it really works. It's so unique and different to everything else. I'm really enjoying this guy.
Oh yeah, this guy looks great here. He won the title, comes out looking like he went through a war, because he did. Do you see the picture of his chest after that match? Like, insane. And then he looked like a champion. The way he looks, like dresses and talks. Yeah, he's a great promo actually. very intense, like his wrestling. One of the best wrestlers of the year, honestly. That I still can't get over that match from TakeOver. Yeah. It's definitely one of the most
just
rewatched.
Like last year. Like it's
crazy,
fantastic.
So maybe we'll see him fight Pete, but he says he will be back, meaning we'll get more title defense matches on takeovers and stuff, I'm sure. So, but it looks like he will be going to the UK.
Okay.
To do some stuff. We get a reminder, 2 weeks, Index. The wedding is happening.
Ooh.
I love the Index t-shirt that they have too. It's great.
Should we get it?
Yeah, I like the Way t-shirt, but
we can get both.
It's a lot.
Well, we're picking up some Adam Cole t-shirts.
Are they on sale?
I'm sure pretty soon they will be.
They were right after TakeOver. We see Kaylee Ray. Yeah, NXT UK is invading still. Kaylee Ray with a sit down here. And I forget that. I think this is it.
Was this Alex Marvez?
No,
it might as well have been.
Man, I want to say his name is Arash something. I'm blanking now. I've seen him on these pre-shows, but here
he's done these before. Did them with Cole, didn't he?
He's very like he is similar to Alex Marvez.
Alex Marvez.
Yeah. Kaylee Ray says she makes an impact wherever she goes. She thrives, and now she's here. This division needs a boost, needs a reset. It needs a new top player. And this fucking guy, this interviewer, interrupts her.
He's like, yeah, cool, but...
He says, yo, sorry to interrupt, but... And then he's like, yo, like all these people have like...
So what about Io? What about Ember? What about Dakota? What about Saray? What about Zoe Starks?
It's like, what? Why did you get him to interrupt?
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I was so taken aback. She then runs down Io. She runs down Zoe. She's like, oh, I don't even know. She says no one even knows who Zoe is, and she's gonna beat Io either, and that's why Io's in the tag division. I kind of didn't like this. It didn't do the job.
It was mainly calling out Ember as well. She was like, an Ember Moon, she'll have like a broken hip sooner or later. Yeah, you didn't like this.
No, I mean it didn't help having this guy interrupt her.
Yeah, he was very odd in this.
Like really bad.
It made me mad. He felt very robotic. I didn't mind him in that Adam Cole one.
No.
I don't think. He felt more like a
human being.
Like, yeah, but also more that kind of sort of Martin Bashir kind of journalist really trying to kind of probe and get to the bottom. Whereas here, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I do. Didn't he just get like canceled?
Nah, I don't know. Probably.
Something happened. Yeah.
But like that's how he's come across before. Here, he just felt so robotic, and the interrupting thing was weird. Like Kaylee, I didn't mind what Kaylee Ray said. I think it's...
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. But... Yo, like you're not the star.
It was weird. It was very odd.
Obviously, he was directed to do this. Like it's part of the shtick. But like, what an odd way to get this bad guy over to treat you seriously if this fucking guy's interrupting you. Like, sorry. Like what?
Yeah, it was odd.
It was really backwards. I don't. Yeah, someone in the chat. Frank's in the chat. Shout out Frank. He says she should have slapped him. She should have beat the shit out of him. Yeah, 100%. Instantly, I went, wow, I should care about you.
Or just when you come back, if you interrupt me again, I'll slap your face off.
Put a smoothie on him.
Yeah.
It's QT's gimmick. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Arash Markazi.
Okay.
Yeah, damn. Shout out Arash. It didn't make sense. Whoever was like, yo, you should interrupt her.
I didn't think she sounded bad, but I agree with you. Like, it did, like, it was odd. It was bad to do that.
We go to Carmelo Hayes. He's got a little promo here. Well, he won the breakout tournament, which means he gets a shot at any title he wants. And he says he's got the golden ticket of NXT.
He goes, I feel like a champion already, as he's holding up a black clipboard with NXT printed on it.
Oh, man.
It's like, come on, aim higher.
The interview's like, you're going to go for, these titles? And he kind of makes a little pun like, oh, I could swerve and go for the North American or, But he's kind of interrupted pretty quickly as Elektra Lopez comes out. And she's like, you're not going to be taking any titles. You're nothing. And in come Legado del Fantasma. Santos is wearing a fur coat, a fur jacket.
It's winter in Florida.
It's absolutely not. It's August 31st, and this was taped last week, which was super hot, 2 weeks ago. So,
but he looked cool, and that's all that matters.
it must be so hot.
Yeah, it would look. I mean, they pump the AC in those places.
I'll tell you one thing right now. If from growing up in places I grew up, shout out Scarborough, shout out North York, shout out Toronto, but if someone's wearing a winter coat in the summer, watch out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Santos, maybe he is playing the part here
Yeah.
of scary heel. Just say it. So Santos comes in with Legado and Electro Lopez, and they're like, yo, I almost forgot what he was saying. I was so enamored by his jacket. It did look good. He's still the number one stylist guy, but damn, it must have been hot here in the CWC. So it looks like not only, like, so...
he was basically saying here, look, you won't be going for Swerve for the North American Championship because I'm next, and I'll basically be the champion. So, like, why are you thinking you're going to face Swerve? And this sets up they confirm that next week these two are going to have a match, which sounds pretty cool. Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar.
100%.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah. He also bigged up Electro Lopez, who kind of showed up last week.
Of course, yeah.
With the 6-man. So I imagine we get some sort of stable versus stable faction
coming,
wars.
for sure.
Gang wars fair, yeah. But Santos Carmelo, yeah, please. We go to Imperium, which this is when we definitely noticed this fake crowd. The fake crowd piped in for sure here. Imperium are going to go up against Drake Maverick and Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
How would you describe Grayson Waller?
It looked like he watched the fight at the weekend and was like, that guy. I want to be that guy.
You're saying he's Jake Paul.
He's being Jake Paul. He's Aussie Jake Paul.
Yeah, I guess so. He definitely looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't stop moving in the promo.
Moving?
Yeah, Drake Maverick cuts
a little
the
insert promo, yeah.
Yeah. And he just wouldn't stop moving. He was so annoying. Just gurning and just shifting around behind Drake Maverick.
Australian
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, wasn't keen on this guy.
Will the ropes save him in this match? Like Jake Paul.
Yeah. Did you watch the fight?
I didn't. I honestly, no. I'm saving my money for Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva. I'm saving my fight for that one. I want to watch that one. Anderson Silva, Tito. I think that's Triller or some one of these wacky, these wacky video game dream card shit dumpster fires.
Yeah, lockdown produced a lot of weird things, didn't it? And
I'm not saying
this is the world we're in now.
I watch fake fighting. I realize I like pro wrestling and growing up, like I did have like a bit of fascination with boxing and stuff like that. And like when you watch some of this stuff, I'm like, this isn't the real.
You said you like fake fighting.
Yeah, I like the sportsmanship of it, but I don't like when it makes me go, hold on a second, is this all like a thing literally to it? It's very.
I mean, where's the money in Tyron Woodley winning that?
Yeah,
It's not. This Jake Paul guy is making people interested. I watched a boxing match at the weekend. You know, 100%. Like I'm intrigued.
Yeah, like,
and it doesn't necessarily mean you're the best boxers in the world, but like it's the story and stuff. And
like the Tyson one,
it made no sense for Jake Paul to lose that.
So what's the dream match for him here? Mike Tyson, Jake Paul?
I don't know.
Like what's the end game here? Because he's
got to actually face a boxer. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's fighting older like
UFC guys
who are out the game.
Yeah,
essentially. So it's like, yeah. I watched one where it was like Jose Canseco's fighting or something. That was some weird shit. Okay. He went down to take the money and like not fight. It was like really bad.
Yeah.
So like some of these things they're sketchy. Like the Money Mayweather one.
Yeah.
He was like holding the guy. I've never seen a boxing fight where the guy is not making sure the other guy's okay.
Did you end up watching the Logan Paul thing on Raw the other week?
No.
It was actually quite funny.
Okay.
It was kind of the crowd like really taking over it.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's WWE being clueless and trying to write Logan Paul as a babyface.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, fuck this guy. We love The Miz and Morrison.
Yeah. Wow.
It's very odd.
Okay. No, I didn't watch
it. Was quite insane, yeah.
Yeah. Those Triller things are definitely interesting because they try to get these like guys from UFC. Maybe you watched it and you're like, you get a little interested, but these Paul brothers, it's like they definitely are doing a good job.
They're doing well. They're
doing
something right.
They're really good at shit talking. 100%. They make you want to sell a fight, and like that's almost what I don't like about what like in real fighting, like UFC and stuff like that. I always get interested when the big stars would like sell a fight.
Fuck your mother.
Like the Diaz bros and stuff. Like like they would help you make you want to watch a fight where. They do a good job of that, but then the fight isn't really a fight when it's this fucking YouTube.
You showed me some crazy fight.
Oh man, yeah, dude.
You fucking traumatized me. I'm like, okay, we're going to theme, and you're like, okay, but quickly watch this. And like,
okay,
I was traumatized.
We're going off here, but like, that's what I mean.
Worth it.
That's what I mean here. Like, you watch these like any random fights on Twitter or whatever, Reddit.com, justice is served, justice porn or something like that, where it's like just fights of like the bullies getting it, like the bad guy getting it, or just like street fights, or just.
I don't know if the bad guy got it in the one you showed me.
I think so. Yeah.
You think the guy in red?
I think the bad guy. Yeah.
I thought the blue guy was messing with him.
I don't know, man. Fights. I always love watching.
You tweeted it out, right?
I tweeted it from mine. I can tweet it from ours too.
There's this punch where his head just twists.
You can't spoil it, bro. You can't spoil the fight.
Like I want to watch it again, but like it hurt me.
That's what I mean. Like these random fights with these boxers between a YouTuber and some old fighter who's like kind of washed up. Whereas I get way more enjoyment out of these like fights of people in the street who are like, yo, you scratched my car.
Sounds like we're coming up with ideas for our next game.
No, I already have upNXT Survivor Series.
Yeah,
is planned. We're gonna do the milk crate challenge.
Okay. Fairly high ceilings.
We have a ceiling fan. I don't know. I don't know if it will work inside. We gotta do it outside. Yeah. Would you do that?
Milk crate challenge?
Yeah. You've seen it. Have you done it?
I've not tried it.
For those not wondering, but obviously they've seen it, where you stack a bunch of milk crates.
Yeah.
And you gotta walk up it.
It doesn't seem to end well.
No, like the percentage rate. Like it. I've only seen a few videos where people have done it. The one guy walking up with the blunt is nice, but other than that, like.
Did he complete it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Most of the time, people just.
Yeah, and it looks like really painful.
Yeah, it looks like it really hurts. Yeah, I think they were banning it on TikTok because like people are getting hurt.
Yeah,
it was like when the cinnamon challenge years ago. People were like getting hurt from. You can't just put dry cinnamon in your mouth and not expect bad things to happen. Yeah, we should start doing some of these challenges. I want to do the hot chip challenge.
Oh yeah,
that one hot chip.
I've got wasabi chips right now.
Is it like really hot?
If you have a few like sometimes we like Pringles, I'll like stack a few and put them all in. I made the mistake with them and it's like, oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
What were we talking about?
NXT.
Oh yeah. Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller?
Grayson Waller, who reminded
Drake
us...
Drake Maverick's new mate. He was like, you look annoying, we'll be friends.
Even Drake Maverick. Yeah, Drake Maverick went from being the donkey in Shrek to...
He's now Killian Dane's
role. Yeah. He's Shrek now. Yeah. Everything evolves, and Drake Maverick now is the like sensible one. Like, yo, be on your best behavior or we're fucking gone. He's like, yo, Grayson, do you know how to cry? Do it on command. So Drake Maverick, Grayson Waller going up against Imperium here. Well, we joke that Grayson Waller looks like Jake Paul, but he's dressed kind of like in this boxer gear. And he goes for these boxing strikes at Marcel Bartel, but he doesn't take too kindly to it. Hits him with his butterfly suplex. He then tags in Ikemen, who comes in. And they start beating down on Waller, who eventually tags Drake. He comes in with Ikemen. There's a weird sequence where Ikemen, I think, was in the wrong spot to eat a dropkick, so he quickly shuffled over to be and hit with a dropkick, which looked cool, but he gets hit. Waller tags in and tries to clean house, but ends up getting beat up. They send Drake to the outside and hit this Australian Jake Paul, Grayson Waller, with the Euro bomb, and Imperium win the match.
I think what I got from this is I'd really like to see Marcel Bartel have a few more just singles matches. I think he's really good. And obviously I don't think he's necessarily got the personality to have a big singles run. But I wouldn't mind just some exhibition matches on NXT, him, Kyle, and people like that, because I think he's excellent. Grayson Waller, his actual boxing looked kind of cool. Like it looked like a cool offense in his game. His gear, I don't really like the boxing gear for wrestlers. It just doesn't really work for me. And I found the end a bit stupid with him tagging himself in and Maverick just going, "No! What are you doing?" It's like, it's a tag match, Drake. Come on.
Yeah.
Which obviously cost him in the end. I just thought it made Drake look a bit stupid as well here. But yeah, Imperium win. Where do they really go? I can't really see them having a tag title run again anytime soon. What do you see with these guys?
They should go for the tag. They're really good wrestlers.
They are really good.
Yeah, they're really good wrestlers.
But I feel something kind of needs to change now. Like now, Imperium, like Walter's lost the title. It's the gimmick's been there a while. I'm not saying completely change it and have them be something completely different, but I think there needs to be some evolution for Imperium.
I think they go back with Walter if he's gone back. Like, they should stay with Walter. I think they should be the group, the three of them. Because
in the UK?
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. Walter and them, I guess, got to take a little bit of a back seat, which is unfortunate for Imperium because they kind of been banged over a few times in the past little while. I mean, they didn't get their win back on Breezango.
Yeah, I just feel it's quite repetitive with them.
Which is...
they'll put on a good tag match, and they always do, but there's... The mat is sacred and all that. I need a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Especially now Walter's lost.
Also, it's like they should be. They're the wrestlers. The mat is sacred. All that stuff. They should be focused. They could be the champions. They could be like tag titles. They could be featuring. They could basically be the whole division here because they're really good. They could be putting on 20-minute matches, taking up chunks of the show because they're that good. They can showcase it. Not in 2-minute squash matches with Aussie Jake Paul Grayson Waller. But yeah, Eurobomb looks cool.
Yeah,
European uppercut.
But yeah, just another bit of a silly finish for me tonight.
Yeah.
We had this nonsense and we had the face drop kick thing earlier. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah. We see the way backstage. Johnny's getting ready for his match against LA Knight, and Indy is...
you went to get our takeout.
Oh, yeah.
So let me fill you in.
Oh, yeah. I went to get the Chinese downstairs.
It was good. We ate a lot. The deep fried tofu was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had... we still don't have a name for them. Pete and his lads.
Pete and the mates. People said hooligans. I don't know what else, but yeah.
So Danny Burch starts off saying, when you've been on the shelf for 5 weeks, 1 week is far too long to wait, and kind of is calling out MSK and how they want their tag titles back because they never lost them. Pete calls out Ciampa and goes, "You think you're the baddest man on the planet? Are you mad?" And Ridge says that maybe you can show exactly how motivated you are when you're lying next to Toothless Timmy in the hospital.
Damn.
And then we see backstage moments ago, JC Jane and Gigi Dolan are walking out of the locker room as Sarray is beaten to a pulp.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed a lot.
Yeah. Then we get the way.
Yeah. Johnny.
So the Sarray Mandy Rose thing seems to be continuing.
Okay, so they are going to get some revenge on Sarray for busting up Mandy's face.
Yeah.
Damn. What do we call that group? The Rosebuds?
Rose something, I think.
The Rose Garden?
Rose Thorns.
The Thorns? The Thorns. Because they're like, the other two are like alternative.
Yeah.
And she's Mandy Rose. Yeah.
The Submission Sisters. No, what was it?
Oh, yeah. What was that?
That was Paige and Charlotte.
PC something?
PCB. Paige, Charlotte, Becky?
Man,
was that the group? That's weird.
I like Team Bad.
Submission Sorority.
I wish I had a Team Bad shirt.
Team Bad. Beautiful and dangerous.
Yeah.
Unity.
You don't know what unity means. They took that from something, though. That's from Chappelle.
Okay.
Rick James. So, Johnny Gargano versus LA Knight, and Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis are ringside for Johnny here, but he was like not too behind. She's like, no, he'll get your back. Don't worry. So,
yeah, as Johnny's coming to the ring, he does his no-look high five, notices Theory's not there, and is still like, oh. And there was another quite funny moment as Johnny, clear baby face here, CWC love him. Johnny Wrestling Chance. He's doing his entrance poses in the middle of the ring as both Indy and Dexter either side of him do the like shuffle crawl to the ropes.
Right.
And he freaks out. It's like, oh, what are they doing?
This is like the superhero team, like The Way, the OG Avengers movie.
Yeah.
With Candice, Indy, Austin, and Johnny. We've now moved into the next like phase where Candice is taking a hiatus.
Yeah.
Austin's gone to do his own solo movie. So we got like the new
way.
Avengers, the new way. And it's like the
Indy,
twins.
Johnny,
yeah, it's
Dexter.
like the two weirdo couple thing now. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy spin-off type thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So Johnny's got Dexter and Indy ringside with him. Johnny goes for LA Knight. They start brawling, and Johnny locks in the Gargano escape right away, but Knight gets to the ropes. There's a running Rana from Johnny Gargano for a near fall. Johnny then works the arm, sends Knight to the outside, and hits a tope suicida. Back in the ring, Knight comes back with the Bret Hart-like suplex, where you jump with them. It makes a hell of a difference when you do that.
Drew McIntyre's suplex,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We go to commercial. When we come back, LA Knight's working on Johnny still. There's a pop-up neck breaker, which looked pretty cool. There's then Johnny with the roll-through kick to the head. It's LA Knight who goes for some sort of slingshot shoulder thing, but he misses and just like falls on the mat. And Beth Phoenix on commentary says, "Nobody home in the pool." She's trying to do the thing. I
No
hope,
water in the pool, or the lights are on but no one's home.
yeah,
is it?
so I hope she was doing that on purpose.
Nobody's in the pool,
'Cause
isn't it?
if she did do it on purpose, it's really great, and if she didn't, it's really funny. But
It's
either
like
way,
Back to the Future. I'm gonna make like
make like a tree and
get out of here.
get out of here. Make like a tree and leave. Yeah, just like that. But great, we both laughed. There's then the slingshot spear from Johnny, which looked pretty great, but it's a kick out. There's then a 10 punch, which is blocked. There's then this really weird move from LA Knight here. He usually does this like pop-up tilt-a-whirl power slam, which he has made look really cool. He then goes for this tilt-a-whirl into, you have the guy for the power slam, but instead you throw him backwards.
Yeah.
So they just land on their back. I don't know how this would hurt someone.
Well, I mean, Johnny kind of sort of landed on his feet and then his back. But if you're being thrown from there onto your back, that would really hurt. I think he was watching Nia Jax.
No, this move didn't look like it would hurt at all. It looked like, hey, I have you.
Absolutely. You're thrown off a man's shoulders onto your back of your neck.
The way it's like, the way the move is, I feel like I have to find the gif and prove to you. It's like, it's like you
He
spin.
had him like in the big ending position on his shoulder. And then instead of like jumping and pulling him down, he threw him back.
Yeah, I can't find a gif of it.
It was
right now.
weird. Like, I hadn't seen it before.
I've seen people do it. It's like, I've seen people on the indies do it, and I'm still... Here it is there. I have it for you here.
Okay.
Here we go. He's going to spin, and oh, look, I just fall backwards and land like I'm going to
Johnny
bed.
kind of lands on his feet there,
Yeah,
so it
it's
doesn't...
not good.
I can imagine it looking better than
Yeah.
it was executed, I think.
It's a weird one, but it's a kick out, so the match continues. Johnny then gets thrown outside, but Dexter Lumis catches him, and there's a moment that Johnny shares with Dexter because he's not sure about Dexter, but he just got saved by him. So he goes to do the way pose, the hand, and Dexter reaches out and they do it. It's like E.T.
It was the other way around, wasn't it? It
was a Dexter who does it to
his
him.
out first. Because he saved Johnny a couple of times on the outside.
It's like
Then
Poltergeist.
reaches out and Johnny's like, do I, don't I? Because Johnny hates this guy.
So Johnny does it, but thus doing it causes a distraction. There's a whole sort of mix-up here, but it's LA Knight who hits the blunt force trauma and pins Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, we know the name of the move now.
Yeah. No thanks to Vic Joseph.
No.
who we make fun of Vic Joseph because, and I'll talk about him later, but he quoted Letterkenny tonight, so I'll give him a pass. Yeah. But yeah, Johnny loses to LA Knight, which actually I was like, that should happen because it causes this friction between him and Dexter.
It is right for the story. It was just the third kind of funky finish of the night, you know?
Right.
Where I was a bit, but we've got a wedding to build to. We need to build the dissension between Dexter and Johnny. So it does make sense, and it was actually kind of funny with the whole Dexter like looking out for father-in-law to be here. But yeah, I actually thought the match was pretty good. It, like towards the end, it really got going, and I think LA Knight's had a string of pretty good matches where he's shown he's maybe better than I initially thought he would be. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I always love Johnny in the ring, and you know what, LA Knight definitely has like stepped up completely from what I kind of remember him in Impact and stuff, and the feud with Grimes definitely showed that. So yeah, I didn't mind it. The finish is like, yeah, we're in this like silly storyline, so I'm like kind of giving it a pass, but I still kind of like, can we just? I
just hope once the wedding's over, we can like, come on, let's get Johnny heated up a bit here.
What's happening at this wedding? Austin Theory breaks it up.
It's got to be Austin Theory.
But what's the angle?
He loves Indy.
Is that?
That's why he's ran away.
Really?
He could never face his feelings.
Are we sure? Are you just suggesting
I
this?
think that makes most sense. They never really showed it beforehand, but it's kind of Dexter came into the picture.
Liv Morgan will show up.
Yeah.
Just I have a relationship with Dexter. Just make up bullshit. Yeah, I guess Theory comes back and breaks it up, or is
it could lead to maybe a Johnny Theory feud with Johnny now embracing Dexter into the family. Right. Perhaps.
Interesting. Now Johnny's going to be...
But we're going to have silliness for a while, it seems.
All right. Yeah. Strap in.
Yeah.
For the Dexter index. They're lucky they're so damn cute, that index. Right? Yeah. I don't know why we give it a pass, but we give it a pass. It's good quality, wholesome content.
I think they do it well. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I want to see it play out now. Yeah. I love a good rom-com once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't review enough rom-coms. We review horror movies and weird shit.
Yeah, what rom-com would you like? You've never seen Love Actually. That should be at Christmas.
Love Actually is the Post-it notes, the Sammy Guevara.
It's got that moment. Yeah.
The Bob
Lincoln
Dylan. Yeah.
Keira Knightley.
I think the best rom-com ever is When Harry Met Sally. Probably. Okay. That's probably a good one. 500 Days of Summer. The motorcycles outside agree.
So annoying.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, other good rom-com.
I don't want to review a rom-com.
No. We'll put up a poll.
Best rom-com ever.
Jake in the room just says you should review Psycho. As we're talking about Love Actually, When Harry Met Sally.
One of the greatest movies ever made, sure. Oh, Siino.
Vince Vaughn's great in it.
You fucking bastard. Siino recommends we should review Vacation Friends.
Oh, with John Cena?
I watched it.
How is it?
Yo, it's his best movie.
Really?
It's so stupid.
Is he funny?
It's so stupid, but I won't lie to you.
I wouldn't mind watching it.
Like you gotta realize it's a stupid comedy.
It's on Disney?
It was on Disney Stars. I mean, it's like rated R, but like,
okay.
Yeah, Cena's pretty fucking funny. It's so dumb, but I had myself laughing watching this.
I might give it a go.
So it is a rom-com. It's like I wouldn't want to go see it in theaters, but I'm happy it's on a streaming device that's free.
For sure, yeah.
If you have this thing. But yeah, honestly, like probably one of the best things I've seen Cena in that I was like, oh, you were great. Like you did. You know what? He is funny in Trainwreck, I will say.
He's the best thing about Trainwreck.
But yeah, he does. There's a scene where Cena does shrooms. And really, really liked it. He's out of the world. I don't know why I like that movie so much. Recommend watching it. We go to MSK backstage. They go into William Regal's office, and they say, Danny and Oni were the champs. There was injuries. We never beat them, but we're the champs. We're fighting champs, so we want to keep it that way. We want to take them on next week. Regal says, well, I was going to take away their opportunity because of what they did. They took out Thatcher. But if that's what you want, next week, MSK versus Danny and Oni.
And Regal's like, good lads. Good lads.
Yeah, good lads, them MSK.
I think the match should be pretty good. And it's good. Oni and Danny should get their match. So, quite looking forward to this match.
Yeah, it should be good. We get an announcement. Boa, it's one of these videos.
Yeah, he's saying, I let you down, Mei Ying, and I'll make it up to you. I will change your mind. And then says Mei Ying's wrestling next week.
Next week, Mei Ying will make her in-ring debut.
I'm intrigued.
We've seen her chilling, sitting down.
Yeah.
We've seen her walking around. We've seen her vaping.
Like, is she going to wrestle in that, like, creepy dress she wears?
It's going to be the bell rings and the person's so scared to, like, approach. and then they go closer and go closer, and she's just going to do like the grudge or
She'll
the
just
ring girl,
vape.
and then vape in her face, and then pin her.
You're probably right.
Yeah. I don't read ahead.
Can you imagine if completely surprises us and like takes off her like rings, like her entrance stuff, and she's just in Olympic wrestling gear. She's
just carrying
she's
you.
like, yeah,
Just
like in Layla Hirsch's kind of gear and just
ready
just
to
looking
shoot.
all athletic. Yep, let's go.
Wow, that'd be... Yeah, all right.
Then finishes a match, puts the stuff back on, picks up a vape, goes off with Big Show.
Go to the vape plant.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the vape, I think. Just the vape. Just the vape. I'd rather see Xia Li, who's just
Where
been...
is Xia?
Hashtag where is Xia?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Where's Xia?
Is she on SmackDown?
I don't know.
Damn, man. I don't... Fuck.
I miss her. She's the best thing about Tian Sha.
Yeah. Yeah, she really was. They're lost without her. Mei Ying should lose.
She kicked Mercedes Martinez into unemployment and then disappeared.
Damn. Yeah. We go to our next match. Jessi Kamea being represented by Frankie Monet and Robert Stone.
Yes.
I love Frankie Monet's theme song. It's totally
Bougie, bad.
Yeah, it's literally just the same. It's bad and bougie, but backwards.
Yeah.
Just bougie, bad. So good, so creative. The Migos won't hear that and be mad at all. But yeah, Jessi Kamea is going to take on the NXT Women's Champion, Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel comes out and she's looking mad. She beats up on Jessi here. There's a Canadian backbreaker, and then she continues and throws Jessi into the corner. Jessi tries to clap back, but not really working here. There's some chaps. Some chaps. There's some chops.
That used to be Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah. There's then a chop block. Then there's some sort of weird drop down.
Jessi kept on going for like these low rolling spin kicks, and she did like I think she tried to go for one of these rolling spin kicks and then a leg sweep, but she kind of just missed, and it just looked a little odd. Like she's just taking these tumbles.
Yeah, it looked it was a little off.
Yeah,
it was a little off. It was my coffee creamer in the fridge this morning. It was a little off, just a little off. I don't know what happened, but Jessi gets to her feet and gets hit with the Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel hits her with the Chingona bomb and pins her. Pretty light work. I didn't really like this. Yeah,
it wasn't too long. I think Jessi Kamea has shown improvement. Some of the stuff, wasn't really working and needs to maybe be eliminated or just worked on. But she's definitely improving, I think. But this was just to get Raquel a big win.
Yeah.
I could see her maybe having a little match with Frankie down the line, but it seems like Kaylee Ray is the end game, I think, with these two.
Like a little storyline going forward.
I think that's the big feud they're going to, but I can see her doing a little Frankie Monet thing first.
Is she bougie? Bad. Yeah. We go to Ember Moon backstage being interviewed. And they're like, Ember, Kaylee Ray made some comments about you. And Ember...
Hey, shut up. It's my birthday. Why haven't you wished me a happy birthday? It's my birthday, everybody.
So, earlier, Kaylee Ray, the heel, gets interrupted by an announcer, an interviewer. And now, the babyface interrupts the interviewer. But wait, why is she interrupting her? No, she's interrupting the interviewer to tell the interviewer, hey, it's my birthday. Oh, hey, happy birthday. You ever meet those people? You're walking around living your best life. You're at a coffee shop. You're at a bar. It could happen anywhere, anytime. And someone says to you, oh, it's my birthday. What are you supposed to say to that? Happy birthday.
I do it if I'm serving on my birthday. I try to slip it in.
So you are one of those people.
Of course I am. It's my birthday this Friday.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Hey. It's my birthday. I know we give Ember Moon shit for her promos, but when it comes to wrestling bell to bell, she's great. She's awesome. But definitely her promos is something that we're not too big on. But how annoying or how mean.
It came across a bit obnoxious.
Yeah, how unlikable a character has to be to say this.
This is something a Frankie Monet would say.
You mean to tell me someone scripted, someone said, hey, the interviewer earlier, you're going to interrupt her. Someone agreed to do that. And then someone agreed to not let the interviewer hear. The interviewer should have just said, I'm here with Ember Moon. First of all, happy birthday. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Ember goes, thanks.
Yeah.
Not, hey, interviewer, do you know it's my birthday? I think this is the slow turn to be a heel. It has to be.
Hopefully. She needs something better. Like, because this isn't working. Like, since she's come to the company, it hasn't worked. I don't think. And
Did you know it's her birthday?
She's a great wrestler, and I think could wrestle really quite well as a heel.
Yeah, I was like, oh, man. It would make more sense. It would make more sense as a heel.
But happy birthday, Ember.
Happy
We
birthday,
hope you had a
Ember.
lovely day.
Happy birthday, Ember Moon. Yeah.
I bet I'm going to look up her birthday, and it's in February or something.
It was like 2 weeks ago when they taped this. No, I think it actually was today.
August 31st. Okay.
So it's actually her birthday.
It's actually her birthday today.
So I wonder if they taped this today.
Maybe.
So maybe no one wanted to wish her happy birthday, so she had to get it over. Knowing
She's like,
that
I need a promo. I need promo time for tonight.
she knew that this was going to air on the 31st, so she had to slip it in like, oh, it's my birthday. But no one knew.
Oh, so maybe this was
Taped.
taped 2 weeks ago to
Yeah.
let everyone know, oh, it's Ember's birthday in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Have you prepared anything for Ember's birthday? No, I didn't know it was a birthday.
So she had to tell people.
Yeah.
Damn. Just, man. Baby faces. It shouldn't be that hard to create characters you like.
Yeah.
In a show. That is.
It is. Apparently it is.
It's like, I watch all these other shows, and I'm like, man, I really like John Cena in Vacation Friends. Whoever wrote that character was like, I was like, wow, you made me really like this character because he's a good baby face. Not, hey, did you know it's my fucking birthday? Wish me a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We go to Samoa Joe.
What did she say, though?
Well, she said it's her fucking birthday. She said Kaylee Ray. She heard what she was going to say. So it looks like...
She's like, yeah, you want to make your name off of me, so I'll face you next week.
Yeah.
So that's on next week's show as well.
So next week... Yeah, that sounds all right. So I guess we go to now Samoa Joe and Wade Barrett. A sit-down interview with the new champ, Samoa Joe. He says a champion is a man who walks forward. He says he was in Vegas, SummerSlam weekend. He was there for the Vegas tryouts, looking for the future of the WWE. Then he went to SummerSlam. Then he took a red-eye flight, no sleep, no time, nothing. I was dying to see my family, but my life has other demands and attention is focused here. And he came here to NXT and beat Cross for the title. He says, well, I needed that title. And they mention it's his third reign, as Barrett mentions. He says legends have held this title like Nakamura and Finn Balor. And he continues this legacy of this, and it means something. And who amongst these people here in NXT will answer my call to challenge me for this title? Because trust me, I'm more than happy to find out answers to these questions. So he's setting up like, hey, I'll fight people.
He's still shitting on Cross on his way out. He's like, hey, I needed to like restore this title, like the prestige of this title.
I wish he should have said Cross is busy, like Cross is on to greener pastures or fighting Jeff Hardy or.
Yeah, I assume Pete Dunne, but this is kind of like the Carmelo Hayes thing. It's like, I've got lots of options. I don't know yet. Not saying. But yeah, I would assume Pete Dunne is next for Joe. Do you?
Pete Dunne, Joe, single match makes sense. Yeah. I know Jonah Rock, Bronson Reed, on Twitter was kind of tweeting after this promo, kind of answering some of the things he said. So I wonder if he's like, he wished he kind of got that match. Which kind of...
I think that would have been cool.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good match. Yeah. We go to... Well, actually, I liked Joe talking. He's someone who...
He sounds so natural.
Yeah.
This feels like a real kind of segment that you could possibly see on a sports sit down interview. Like, he feels like a real human being, which you don't get so much in wrestling, especially in WWE. And I think Wade is a good interviewer as well. He has that real natural delivery too.
Wade is good in these sit-down interviews. Yeah, anytime these sit-down things, whether it be any kind of show, AEW or NXT, usually it's pretty good. Joe, I think, is a natural, It's funny, we've talked a lot about some old Samoa Joe on lots of podcasts and stuff, best matches ever and stuff. We did the Joe title run in Ring of Honor and stuff. But I think it was the Joe versus Necro Butcher when we talked about that with Damian Abraham on that best death match ever show. We just added that match because it's essentially a death match. Joe, I think it's right after, cuts a promo where he's like just destroyed and bloodied. And it was what we talked about. We were like, yo, that's like one of the best promos I've ever seen, and it's from Samoa Joe. You don't associate him as one of the best, but he's actually like one of the best talkers.
One of the best talkers.
He's one of the best
he's
talkers.
So good.
Yeah, even years on out, and he's like, man, he's so believable. Definitely, I do want to see him fight Pete. I would like to see him fight Walter. There's so many different possibilities, but yeah,
any of the top guys there will be interesting.
We go to the Diamond Mine. Roderick Strong has a open challenge, and it was answered earlier today by Jiro.
Yeah.
He says he's friends of Kushida, and
says Kushida's his idol.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take his spot here. He's injured, so I'll fight you, and I'll show you. I'll fight him on behalf of him. So, Jiro's gonna fight Roderick Strong. Roddy comes to the ring with the new Diamond Mine, meaning Malcolm Bivens himself, Roddy. Hachiman.
And it was like Crab and Goyle behind him from Harry Potter.
I think I understand who they're like the the bigger guys like
Draco Malfoy's like heavies.
The lads.
I'll show you a picture.
The Casper brothers. Yeah, who are these?
Yeah, it's like these two guys.
Wow, that is spot on. That is pretty spot on. Someone in the Siino in the chat has posted the photo, and we need a comparison of who these guys. We need a comparison back and forth, side by side. The Casper brothers, the Creed brothers. We were singing Creed last week. I don't know. Yeah, I put on the Desire videos after.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had a night. We have fun after NXT.
So the Diamond Mine, Roddy versus Jiro. Jiro's got a blazer on that's yellow and white and has pictures of his face all over it, which is great. He goes, hey, hey, hey! And Roddy chops the shit out of him right away here, which was funny. He gets hip-tossed into the steel steps on the outside. Jiro comes back. He goes off the top for a dropkick, but misses that. He comes back, though, hits an Arabian moonsault for a near fall. Goes for an inside cradle. Roddy comes back, the jumping knee, and the end of heartache, the suplex lift into the knees, and then another one for good measure, and Roddy pins Jiro. Yeah.
Yeah, poor Jiro. On commentary, they were trying to put over, like, oh, Roddy looks like sharper than he's ever looked before, and to try and put over Diamond Mine, he just looked like Roddy. Like, Roddy always looks great. Yeah. Jiro's pretty fun. I do like some of his... He does remind me of kind of Orange Cassidy in a way. The way he's like doing his arm drags in the jacket and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's a ceiling. I see there being a higher ceiling with an Orange Cassidy than a Jiro. But he's fun. He's a fun character to have. And this was like fine. It like got Roddy over the Diamond Mine. I will say I've kind of lost interest in this group pretty early. But I think Malcolm Bivens is a good enough talker that he can pull it around. I think the problem is Kushida's out right now, isn't it? So Roddy's kind of just doing this work and there's no one really to answer back because Kushida... Was it COVID? Kushida?
As I'm coughing, yeah. I'm not sure.
I can't remember, but I know he's out and obviously this is taped. So it feels like they're feuding with no one for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I want to see Roddy Kushida. You can definitely promote that down the line. Hopefully that can happen in the near future. This didn't do it for me, really, but...
Oh, yeah. Speaking of jackets...
I mean, we got to talk about the finest jacket.
Oh, yeah.
The finest jacket to ever been created.
Yeah.
So if you guys know, if you've been following the show, we always support NXT. We always pour one out when one of ours is released from the WWE or move on to the main roster.
And oh boy, one of ours was released.
Oh yeah,
one
really,
of ours.
One of our favorites, definitely since day one. The finest, Kona Reeves, has been released, but we are hoping to get an interview. He has agreed to do something with us in the near future, which is super awesome. We can't wait to talk to him. You need to check out he's releasing these videos now.
I know. I was gonna say, like, the alternative is we could ask if we can buy his hair.
Yeah, I'd probably like a jacket. Yeah.
That's
True.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So he's selling his jacket that he had, and it says the finest on it. Ring worn jacket. Kona Reeves is selling, and we were like, "Damn, man, we want to help you out. We want to like support Kona Reeves and stuff, and we really would like that jacket for our set. It would look pretty awesome." But we're just podcasters, so we were thinking if there was interest, it would help not only Kona Reeves out, but it would help us get a jacket.
I mean, it would be front and center.
We've never done this before, but we've
taken turns every week.
We've not even
to
like
wear the jacket to do the show.
We need
Whoever's
to start
leading the show wears the jacket.
We need to start a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe for us to get this jacket.
This Kona Reeves jacket
from Kona Reeves. You want to buy this jacket from Kona Reeves. So if that's something you throw some money into a pot to see the jacket end up in the right hands.
Oh, the price is shipping included. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
It's got a little fur. Oh yeah, I remember this. With the fur.
The finest jacket.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah. So go support Kona Reeves. Maybe someone will just go buy it and send it to us. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect that. Please don't. Please don't. Use your money better.
Chris Leone in the chat says the jacket should become the new BDE championship. That's not fair. I was champion forever.
I don't hate that idea.
But I didn't even get to wear it. I want to wear it. Would you wear it out? I would wear it out.
If I'm BDE champion.
No, I mean, just it says the finest. People would be like, "Oh, you're the finest." Like no one would know what it is unless they know. And if you wore that to shows.
Remember earlier in the show when you said, "Hey, if I see someone wearing a winter jacket in the summer, like I know where to stay away."
That's
from
like a leather. No, that's like a.
I think. You think if you're walking around any time of year wearing a long white jacket that says the finest and has fur on the collar, you think that's just a normal thing?
Yeah, people would love it. It would get so over.
So basically we're asking, do you want to see Fire Frank in Kona Reeves' signed jacket?
He's going to sign it?
Yeah, he said he'll sign it.
Because he's the finest.
Because he's the finest.
Wow. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So we're going to get tweets now at upNXT podcast. Let us know. Are we crazy? Would you contribute to this to help? Because it helps him out and it helps us out.
Yeah.
Helps him out. We got to support our crew.
That's USD though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's true. We're Canadian.
He ain't going to tell us in Canadian, is he?
Man, we got to make him a deal.
I just need GameStop to keep going up.
To the moon?
It's almost a G. Come on. It's like a month's rent.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him to lower the price. He knows we love him.
Yeah.
And maybe we can strike a deal because we definitely can get the people behind this. I think.
Yeah.
We don't ask much. We do a Patreon. It's $5. That's yada yada. We don't usually, but this is pretty funny. You know how much we love the finest, and if we get the jacket, you know what that makes us. The finest.
The finest.
Yeah, we're excited, guys. We're super excited. So I forgot to mention after the Diamond Mine match, whatever. They say nobody's better than Diamond Mine. You get 10 seconds to say something, and it's like, that's all right. They say the uncrowned champ Roderick Strong, nothing but the truth. I do like that line, actually.
Nothing but the truth.
Speaking of truth, have you seen his tweets about Yo Mama a Jobber?
Wait, is that a real thing, that Ahmed Johnson shirt?
The Malcolm Bivens Ahmed Johnson shirt? No, I wish. Dude, they should make that a shirt.
I need that shirt.
Yeah, that shirt's lit. We go to Caden, Casey.
Oh, it gets better.
Io and Zoe. They're all backstage. The champs, Io and Zoe, they say they're the champs and they're looking to defend. Caden and Casey say that their friendship, their relationship happens naturally. This is natural and yours is not real. You can't say the same. Zoe says Io is the best and I would take a bullet for her. And they're like, oh, I don't know about that. You took that too far. And she says, well, it doesn't matter. We'll fight you. And Io steps in and points at Caden and says, I don't like you. Looks over at Casey and says, and I don't like you. And then looks over at her own partner, Zoe. And I don't even like you. But we will beat you and we will win. And then just walks off.
Yeah, this sucks. I'm not enjoying this whole I don't like you, Zoe thing at all. I just don't believe any of it. I think this is kind of beneath Io. I get it. It makes sense. Keep her away from the championship for a bit because she's had a run and it's Raquel's time. But this isn't really working for me at all. And I kind of, as annoying as I find Casey and Caden, I see this as an opportunity to just put the titles on them. Turn them full heel. They're so annoying anyway. Have them kind of cheat to win next week. Put the titles on them. Have Io and Zoe maybe actually have a feud against each other. The tag team's not really working for me.
Yeah, so maybe Zoe beats up Io. Like, yo, you don't like me? Fuck you then.
Keep trying to win and you just don't like me.
So she turns on her and beats her up like, yo, you don't like me? I don't like you.
Still no evidence she's been learning Japanese, apart from her
They
saying...
definitely dropped that.
apart from her saying, I've been learning Japanese.
She didn't say it this week. She stopped because Io doesn't like her.
I don't like you either.
My friend doesn't like you. Yeah, I don't like this either. I think Io is the best, and there's so many things that could be going on with Io, like Io Miko, Io Sasha, Io all of these other things. Io Gonzalez could be another rematch program. I don't know, but
I think it was a good idea. Put her in a tag team to like take her away, but it's just not working. The writing's been poor, and I think the performances have been as well.
Yeah, I'm not too big on Casey and Caden either, but I feel like this could just give them.
Just give it.
I don't know who else is there. JC and Gigi, the way can't do it. Candice is out.
Yeah, give it to like JC and Gigi challenging Casey and Caden's kind of. Sure, have it like elevate younger talent.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll see. We get Cameron Grimes backstage. He's being interviewed. He's in his old uniform now. He's in his old brown jacket, his big hat. He's looking fresh like old Cameron Grimes we knew and loved. He says, that dang Ted DiBiase, there's only $1 million man, and there's only one Cameron Grimes. But grizzled young veterans interrupt. Nice suits. They say, all that struggle, Cameron, to go through just to get a replica title. Next week, you can be North American title champion. You can be NXT champion. Hell, you could even be Universal champ if you want to, Cameron. We can get you the replica from WWE shop. Imagine that. Cameron says, you guys must need a loan from buying this replica $1 million title here. You must be a little low on funds. And then grabs the title and says, this looks good. This looks even better than the one I got. And accidentally, or quote-unquote accidentally, drops it on Zach Gibson's foot, on his toe.
Not the toe.
And he goes, oh, whoops, sorry about that. And then throws some money at him and goes, that should cover it. And then walks off and says, maybe this will help you get to the moon.
He said toe the moon.
Toe the moon? Oh, toe the moon? I didn't even hear him say that.
Show title?
Toe the moon. Ridiculous. Wow. So, yeah, Cameron Grimes giving me like Scrooge McDuck vibes now.
Yeah,
with the hat and let me just throw some money at you there.
So, afterwards he chucks the money down.
Yeah, I mean, this will cover that.
Do you see Grimes finding a partner?
I guess he's got to fight these two. That's why I mentioned Kyle O'Reilly, but I don't know who.
Yeah, who do you see against these two?
Who would help? Who would fit Grimes in this world that he needs a partner? Who's like good enough for him? Who could be his friend?
Who's not doing much right now?
The Twitch room suggests Happy Corbin, but I really do not.
That would have made sense. Yeah. That would have made sense.
I don't want to see that, to be honest. But
yeah,
I don't know. But
maybe one of the breakout people who was in that.
Yeah, it's too bad because Cameron Grimes.
Bravado.
Cameron Grimes has been on this like story that sets him up to be elevated to like definitely be a champion for sure. But right now we got a lot going on with Swerve is having his run.
That would have felt like the logical step, and maybe if Santos was the champion by now. That would be the right thing, but it's hot right now with Swerve and Santos, so that's going to go for a little bit, quite a bit longer.
Juice that, yeah, definitely.
You've got you've got a 4-on-4, you've got the 6-mans, you've got loads of different combinations you can do with those two. So yeah, Grimes needs to find something. So Grizzled Young Vets, I guess they're not doing much right now. That can tide him over for a little bit. But I don't necessarily see who he'd partner.
Yeah, it's too bad because we thought they would be like in the tag title picture for sure. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Maybe Zach Gibson Grimes 1-on-1, and that's when we find out who helps Grimes or something like that. Ted DiBiase will come back. It's finally over, which is good. We go to our main event: Tomasso Ciampa, Ridge Holland 1-on-1. Except Ridge has got the hooligans with him, the boys, the lads, and Oni hanging around. Ciampa and Ridge are just clubbing at each other. It's very violent, very rough, as we thought here. Ciampa keeps getting distracted and like chasing off the guys on the outside, and then runs into a pounce from Ridge. They go to break. When we come back, there's chops, there's more clubs. However, Ciampa fires back with his high knee, and then like the running train of clotheslines in the corner. But then runs into Ridge, who lifts him up and hits him with a Alabama slam. Shout out Sparky Plug. And they kind of sell it as Ciampa is like really hurt here. I don't know what was going on.
They sell the neck.
Yeah, it
because
looks
obviously
great.
he's had all his neck injuries, and an Alabama slam. Yeah, you're bashing off the back of your head. But he sold it really well, and the way the kind of ref was checking and people were checking on him, it made you think, oh shit, is everything okay?
Yeah, it was definitely like a good job of selling it, but it made everything seem like it slowed down the pace for a bit there. Ciampa does come back with like a series of strikes and this like slap to the face, and I mean slap. Ciampa definitely watched Walter Dragunov and wanted to remind people of the Psycho Killer, and just levels him, and then hits Ridge, who's a big boy, with an air raid crash, but it's only a near fall. They're then fighting around the ringside, and they're throwing each other into the walls. It's Ciampa who gets Ridge caught in the ropes, hits him with a series of strikes, and then Ciampa delivers Willow's Bell and pins Ridge Holland to get the victory here.
Ridge tried to use the truncheon.
Oh, the
on
stick.
The outside.
Yeah.
But got caught.
Yeah, and then he got tangled up and then hit with this move as well. I actually really like Ciampa beating him. It still establishes that Ciampa is like, come on, it's Ciampa. He's our guy. He's our dad here. Daddy of Goldie and NXT and all that stuff. So I really, you couldn't Chris Jericho him here, where it's like throw the legend to the new guy right away.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was surprised. I did think Ridge Holland would win here, but Ciampa, I guess this kind of ends feud with Ridge, and maybe like after the match, it seems like it's going to be him and Pete coming up soon. But I quite enjoyed the match. I think Ciampa, every time he's on, he gives it everything. You know, he wants to just go out there and kill it, whoever he's against, whether it's TV, takeovers, whatever. And Ridge Holland, I quite like, actually. I think he's got a... he reminds me of, like, Brock in his first run. From the look, like a little smaller than Brock, but, like, the look, he resembles him a lot. And he's got that kind of same dangerous edge to him. Like, some of his clotheslines, his headbutts and things, like, at times you're like, oh, shit. And that's why I bought into that Alabama slam, because you go, oh, this guy looks kind of dangerous when he's working, and that's sometimes quite exciting to watch.
He does have a Brock type kind of look to him, like the older, when Brock was young,
in the trunks and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still like, I'm liking what I see from Ridge, but definitely it was like, oh man, remember Ciampa? He's so good. Like, why isn't he the guy in wrestling? Essentially, it's weird. I think I heard, if I'm reading correctly, in some interviews lately, Ciampa was saying he doesn't want to go to Raw or SmackDown. He would just rather like retire after this. He just stay here.
He said that a while ago.
Yeah.
And recently he kind of clarified that it wasn't like a knock on Raw and SmackDown. It was he doesn't think his neck would keep up with the schedule.
Okay.
At the moment he works once a week. Like he doesn't, like, it's not like he's wrestling on NXT every single week even. It allows him to kind of protect his neck a little bit more.
Whereas your neck.
If you're doing tours and 4 days a week, like all year, for years and years, like it's gonna take its toll.
Sure, yeah. He still is like delivering in these matches, definitely. It was that tag with what, MSK MSK a while ago. I was like, man, like, you're still the guy. Like, that's why I'm happy he won against Ridge.
So do you see him versus Pete next, and then Pete goes over to face Joe?
Yeah, I mean, after this match, there's a beatdown from the boys, the lads. But MSK come down for the save as they save Ciampa here. They take out Oni and Danny, and they stand tall as Ridge and Pete kind of run up the ramp with the rest of them. I thought for sure here, part of me in my sick, twisted brain thought MSK comes down, he saves Ciampa, and Ciampa does the Triple H, Paul London, Brian Kendrick, where he's like, wow, thanks for saving me, guys. Boom, pedigrees them both. Yeah. I thought Ciampa was going to do that to MSK, but no. So potentially MSK hanging around with Ciampa.
So I imagine it's 6-man maybe?
Well, we're getting MSK versus Danny Oni
yeah.
next week. I imagine Pete versus Ciampa.
Ciampa maybe first week of the new, like on the wedding episode?
Sure. Wow. I mean, yeah, sure. Number 1 contenders match.
Yeah.
In some sort of shape or form, I guess. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That sounds great. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see, like, these guys that you have. You can still use these guys as your main. Like, Ciampa is still so good. He definitely showed me tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's still fantastic.
He's just chilling there. Maybe he just can't be taking these Alabama slams all the time.
Yeah.
That's why. But Ciampa wins as NXT goes off the air and celebrating with MSK. But yeah, that was NXT.
Yeah, not a great episode this week. I think I did quite enjoy the LA Knight Johnny thing. I did somewhat enjoy the main event, but nothing was sensational this week. And quite a lot had sort of dumb endings. And the weird piped-in noise was off-putting as well.
Yeah, it was.
That being said, I think next week's looks pretty loaded for the final one before the rebranding. We've got Birch and Lorcan versus MSK for the tag titles. Ember Moon versus Kaylee Ray. We've got Io and Zoe versus Kaden and Casey. And Carmelo Hayes versus Santos Escobar, as well as Mei Ying wrestling. So
Mei Ying wrestling.
Yeah, I think next week looks a lot better than this week's. You overall?
Yeah, I didn't really like this episode. It was definitely nothing moved the needle. Nothing really showed us where storyline going. After every segment, I'm like, okay, well, like, all right, like, cool. Yeah. So like we just said, oh, they should book Pete versus Ciampa, which maybe they'll do. We don't know if that they're doing this, but that's more exciting already than like literally anything that they could be promoting. So
yeah, it's like 2 weeks with Joe as champion, and we don't know his program. He's just like, yeah, I'll fight anyone. Okay, well, why hasn't anyone stepped up yet?
Yeah, I didn't really like this episode, and there's little stuff that like the wrestling was good, I guess, in the main event, but it honestly, yeah, I can't the match of the night, Ciampa Ridge, but like, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, NXT's dead. We go to some feedback though.
Yeah, we put up feedback on the Facebook group, the upNXT group. Just search upNXT group and join us, and you can leave your comments. We start with Corey Helfrich, who says, tonight's NXT was average at best. Lowest points were the women's stuff. The Mandy Saray feud is going to be pretty mediocre, considering Mandy just isn't that good. No idea why we should take her seriously, because she's just so slow in the ring and not willing to take bumps. Raquel Jessi match was utterly terrible. Not as bad as Charlotte Nia from last night, but pretty damn bad regardless. They need to get the title off Raquel, and this babyface turn of hers is backfiring, because it's painfully obvious they are heavily piping in cheers for her. Diamond Mine is at this point. They need some sort of hook to them, because right now they are the least exciting faction I can remember in NXT. Even the jobbers that get squashed each week have more personality tonight. On a positive note, I liked Io's backstage promo of her just being a huge dick to everyone. The I don't like you. Also shocked but pleasantly surprised that they have already handed Ridge a clean loss. He doesn't need to be an unstoppable monster, especially since he's still noticeably green. Next week looks really solid though, so I'm excited for that, especially the debut of Mei Ying.
We go to Dylan Grayson, who writes in, happy birthday, Davie, and thanks for the shout out last week, the well wishes. Yeah, we hope you're doing well, Dylan. He writes, Sarray and Mandy's finish had me ticked until I thought about it. Gets over that dropkick huge, and possibly now we get a rehash of undashing Cody, but with Mandy, I'm okay with it. Yeah, Dylan kind of agrees with what you said. Kyle O'Reilly versus Duke Hudson got Hudson over as a threat while maintaining Kyle's status as a smart and gutsy competitor. Not a big fan of putting Drake in a new team, even if it's just for a night. Could have put Briggs or Gacy with Waller as the more focused one. Gargano is hilarious with how he interacts with Loomis. Not a fan of him losing tonight, but this is all part of a story that surely leads to a ruined wedding. Kamea didn't impress me, nor did Raquel. Need a squash to prove anything. Cautiously excited to see Mei Ying in action. Could be awesome, could be terrible. Strong beating Jiro was nice, but where is Kushida? I need that match. A bit surprised Ciampa beat Holland clean. Hope he's moving back into the NXT title picture. Lots of doom posting about the changes coming to NXT, but I'll take a million rainbows and logo redesigns if they just don't let Casey and Caden touch those tag titles.
And finally we go to Magan, who says, a serviceable outing. Strong Jiro was solid, so was Hudson O'Reilly. Raquel's so miscast as a babyface that the two top heels, Kaylee Ray and Monet, are more interesting than her. Title Tuesday next week should be good. Io Shirai's absence is felt. MSK versus Lorcan Bird should be cool since the latter never truly lost the title.
And Jordan Goodman writes, talk more about dating. But that's on the wellness policy.
And behind the BDE.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a world champ.
That's true.
He doesn't realize that he's actually jacking our whole show. That's what all we do is talk about. So that was NXT. That's what we thought. That's what you guys thought. I think everyone's kind of like, it was
low on that one.
Yeah, it was all right. But that was NXT. We'll be talking about it all again next week. Not colors yet. Not the rainbow.
Not colors yet. One more of black and gold.
Double rainbows, taste the rainbow, all that stuff. One more black and gold taped show with more fake noise, crowd noise.
Yeah.
It'll be great. We'll be back tomorrow with BD Elite, chatting all about Dynamite, leading into All Out this weekend. So go hang out with us tomorrow night on Twitch as well, whenever you're listening to this. And then, of course, all the stuff we did. I've already mentioned the Whiplash review for your birthday. Summer of Punk from 2011?
Yeah. 2011, yeah. We had Was Next last week, NXT May 8th, 2013. Obviously, Shot in the Dark dropped on our feed today with John Siino talking about all the shows you don't watch in 15 minutes or less. And Turning Heels on this very feed came out on Monday talking about episode 3 of Heels starring CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk shows up this week.
CM Punk without tattoos.
Yeah.
Ricky Rabies, I think his name is. Something like
Ricky Rabies?
Something Rabies.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's a great companion piece. Go listen to B Detroit and John Siino chat all about that show if you've been watching that show. I still got to catch up.
I watched episode 1. I was impressed.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It's fun. What'd you think of the theme song?
I know what you mean. It was weird. Yeah, not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But the show was definitely a higher quality than I thought.
Right.
I thought it was quite well written and acted, and
Yeah.
I was expecting something a bit like cheesier.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen to B and John talk
I mean,
all about it.
if you want to hear more of B, though, you can hear him with us because we just did a review of Juice.
Oh, yeah.
Tupac. We talk all about that movie, Tupac heel turn. Talk about some Tupac, Biggie versus conspiracies.
Yeah.
We talk about B with he's our shoe guy. He helps us out with all the shoes. We go in depth about some shoes and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. Go listen for that because that was a great show. Shout out B Detroit. So yeah, all the stuff, all the podcasts, everything for all the updates at upNXT Podcast, Twitter, Instagram. Go give us that follow. Go like us. Go RT. Everything, little review, all that stuff. It all helps, and we appreciate you listening. And we'll be back. That's it.
It is.
I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me Twitter, Instagram. I am at the Brady.
And I'm at Davie Portman.
Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And we're going toe the moon.
Ahoy!
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.